Snug as a bug in a rug. Gosh. I am wrapped up as much as I possibly can be to record this video. I do another video on my Instagram channel, and I do that walking, and by the end of it, it was a minute long. By the end of it, I couldn't feel my hand. It was so cold. But look at how delicious this looks with Chatsworth House in the background. But you can choose, my friends, to live any way that you like, whatever you want to do. It's entirely your decision. You can choose to live it in regret. You can choose to think that you've made so many mistakes, and you can believe that you should have started to act sooner. But I'm afraid that all of these, you know what I'm going to say, don't you? Because you're clever people watching me. It all neglects the fact that everything that has passed has passed. It's all done. It's all done. And the life hack, the key to life, is understanding that you already have all of the wisdom and skills and techniques and resilience to take your next step, no matter how anxious or frightened or uncertain you feel about doing so. And everything is a gift. All of it is a gift. You know, when I get into bed at night at the moment, I am churning things over in my mind and thinking, oh God, you know, I knew that the relationship with my ex was doomed within a few months of being with him. Why? Why did I stay with him for so long? Well, 1, 2, and 3 breakups wasn't quite enough to hammer the message home. It had to be 4. I had to really go for it. But, you know, I was thinking specifically about this last night, that after we got back together, in other words, when I reinitiated contact with him, because he never did it with me, when we got back together and he travelled up here, he stayed here for a few days, and then we travelled up to beautiful North Yorkshire and went around lots of different places that we'd both wanted to go to. And I just thought, I don't like you anymore. And it was a profound realization, and I really felt it last night, because before that there had been there were things that I was irritated by and, you know, felt upset by, but all of those things were sort of temporary scenarios that I could explain away, that I could deal with. But I think fundamentally, the last time that we spent time together, I started to actually have enormous doubts and dislike for his behaviour and his character, frankly. And, you know, he might be watching this YouTube channel, he might not, he might be reading the stuff that I'm putting out. He knows where it all is, but I don't know. And increasingly, because I still care a bit, can't lie, you know, I'm not saying in any of this that I don't have the thoughts of regret and wasting time, because I do, but I use them as fuel to think better and feel better and do better as I carry on with my life. Because one of particularly in breakups 2 and 3, one of the overpowering feelings that led me actually to get back in contact with him, because basically I was addicted to him. I've got an addictive personality. I think most of us do in some way. But I have got an addictive personality, which is why my life is so much better now that I'm over 6 weeks into not drinking a drop of alcohol. Brilliant. But of course, with that, I think, oh God, I just sort of wish I could have 1 glass of wine. But at the moment, it's just not possible. It's just not possible. But with him, I was certainly addicted to him. I needed the juice, you know, that he supplied me with. I really did. And it was a fixation. And the feeling and this sort of thought process that happened was, oh my God, I'm never ever going to see this man again. I'm going to have to figure out how I am going to be able to spend the rest of my life never seeing him again. And that feeling at the time was just too powerful and too gut-wrenching, to be honest. And it led me to get back in contact, to rekindle things, I'm afraid, to fire up his ego in a way that neither he nor I could resist. And you know, the cycle continued. The cycle really continued. But the thing is now, when I think, particularly when we were gallivanting off around North Yorkshire, in York and in Harrogate, and the environs surrounding, I felt very disappointed. I felt really disappointed in him, the way that he was behaving. I thought, God, is anything good enough? And it seemed, and there'd always been a sense of that right from the beginning, but it was mild, you know, it was mild, but there was just this profound sense of jadedness and gloom and despair. And I thought, look at where we are. Look at how beautiful this place is. And I just couldn't believe what he was saying, how he was behaving. And when we got back, I think subliminally, I knew, okay, this is it. And the truth with all of these lessons, all of these great gifts that we garner, that we actually acquire along our ways, is you have to go through the experience. There's no substitute, there's no alternative to actual experience. And sometimes it's like Job in the Bible has to go through all of these hideous afflictions and challenges and harrowing grief, and you know, and the Bible is the first self-help book, frankly, you know, because it tells us that Jesus Christ, you know, good Lord, why are you putting me through this? Why is this so difficult? Well, the reason it's so difficult, so challenging, such a struggle at times, is because you're being tested to see how strong you are, how resilient you are, how you can build your confidence, you know, the ability to keep going. So everything is a gift. Everything, as hard as this can be to swallow, everything is a friend. It really is. Everything is a friend. Everything is an opportunity. Everything is a way that you can live a much better life. And you just have to go through it. You have to take the slings, you have to take the arrows, and you have to say, right, world, this is who I am. I am Martin. You are whoever you are named. And this is what I'm going to do, in spite of the odds that we believe are against us. They're not. They're signposts. They're guideposts. They are milestones that you reach. And oh, look, the birds. And they're ways to keep you going, not to hold you back. If you're new to the channel, please do consider subscribing for more inspirational videos. Ciao for now.